What's up, guys? I just wanted to make a video talking about Superman in general and also Superman 2025. Just my thoughts on the character and the new movie. So, for starters, let me talk about how I feel about Superman, not the movie, just in general. And also, let me make a clarification. I've been a fan since I was a kid, but I was not a diehard fan that read the comics, even for Batman, for any other hero, maybe only Spider Man, but I can't say that I'm like aware of everything comic related. I'm just a fan. Um, but let me talk about what I feel Superman is as a person and as a hero. For me, Superman is a man who presents himself as caring, humble, very I guess I don't know what that word's called, where people make fun of him, but at the same time like he's very like he can be kind of like unaware, because he's an alien and he's innocent. There you go. So he carries himself as a man and tries to be a perfect human. Um and also because his parents taught him well, good morals and stuff like this, and raised them to be a great man. And so that's why he is the way he is, and also because he's trying to blend in with society. But he's just a man who carries himself as a man, who cares for people, who doesn't complain, doesn't get upset easily, and always holds himself like um, pretty well and doesn't let his emotions get the best of him. Um, because he's a man, and I'm saying this. This is just how I see him and how I've seen many movies, shows, cartoons, you know, bring this character up and bring it to life. So it's not just my perspective on how I see Superman. It's shown in media, in all the medias. Like Christopher Reeves. I've only seen part one. I think seen part two. I just don't remember. But Christopher Reeves was a very well put movie. And you know, that's just like how Superman or a man should be. And he when he did had the time to show his emotions, those were very understanding moments. Like, I guess we can talk about when Lois died. He kind of like snapped and went crazy and spun the world like back in time. So they're very picked, well picked moments when he does show or let loose on his emotions. So that's Superman Christopher Reeves, which I love. And I loved how now it looks vintage and stuff like this, and like a very Silver Age movie. And Brandon Routh's Superman, I loved it as well. And it's actually, I think Brandon Routh's movie is very underrated. That was a very well put modern approach to a Superman at the time. I loved it. I saw it in theaters as a kid. Um, but that one just carried itself the same, literally throughout the movie. Carried himself as a man. Not very much times where he did, have those moments where he acted out for a certain way. And now we get to uh Henry Cavill's Man of Steel, which is one of my favorite Superman movies of all time. I know it gets a lot of hate, and I don't blame you guys for hating Man of Steel, because I love the movie, but I do have my things that I don't like about it. So it's not a perfect movie, and I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's a very enjoyable movie. Um, and what I love that Zach brought to the table on this approach, if you actually look deep into it, if you look at what David Goyer, Christopher Nolan, and everybody when they were writing this movie, because it was presented to Christopher Nolan actually, um, they wanted to make the same way as Batman was at the time for Christopher Nolan's universe. They wanted to make it realistic. How would a hero or alien coming down to Earth, how would that impact the world today? And they did an excellent job. They didn't sugarcoat nothing. I like the destruction of the movie, the destruction everywhere. That's how it really would look like, dude. Like it's not gonna be perfectly clean. Oh yeah, let's fight a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit of break right there, a little bit of crash. No, it's gonna be chaotic, and that's what I love about the realism of Man of Steel. I know the movie's not real and stuff like that, but it felt real because you feel the immense size of these characters. Like look at them crash through the building. Like that's how it really would be, and like there's no sugarcoating it. It will be chaos, because there's two meta humans fighting each other. Like come on, dude, it's just. And Zack Snyder perfectly captured the realism part of the movie, a part of like a hero being on Earth. And I'm not discrediting Brandon Ralphs or Christopher Reeves. I love those movies, and they did an excellent job executing it the way they were. But what Zach brought to the table was realism, and I feel like that's when a lot of people started criticizing it because that too it wasn't accurate in certain parts of the movie, and that's understandable. But you gotta really back in and remember why they made this movie like the way it was. Like it's because they wanted to be, like bring it like real, make it real, just like the Batman movies. Um, and I could talk about what I didn't like about it. Like for one, I didn't like that his dad just told him, no, don't save me. That part I didn't understand because I've seen Tom Welling save tons of people super fast and then like nothing. And I don't know why they couldn't have wrote that part, like maybe saved them and stuff like this because they wouldn't have known. But it's okay. Like it adds to the drama. I didn't agree with that, but that's fine. I still loved it. Another thing would be killing Zod. Um, I didn't like that at all. But when they were writing it, David Goyer and Christopher Nolan, I think David Goyer brought it up to him. He was like, "Hey, what about when if Superman, gets put in a situation when he actually has to like ask himself that question, am I going to kill someone to save more people?" And Christopher Nolan was like, "Yeah, you're right. Like this makes sense." That's when they bring the characters I guess I don't know how to say that. When a hero doesn't kill, but you're making him kill, but like that's what brings it to the real part of the movie, the real part of the whole movie in general. Um, Honestly, I didn't think he needed to kill him because there's, like I said, there's tons of other ways, but they just wrote it that way because they're trying to make it different, and I get it, and I respect that. But those two are the only things I didn't like. Henry Cavill's acting was phenomenal. I loved it. At the end when he snapped Zod's neck, he just screamed, dude. Oh my god. Like you could tell he didn't like doing that at all. Either that or he was just releasing all the aggression that he had in him. But you could feel that the immense intensity that he when he screams because he's just like, damn, like I just freaking killed somebody, or releasing the aggression that he had built up when he was fighting him, or you know what I'm saying. And also his first fight scene, and Smallville and like around the gas station. He was nervous. You could tell he was nervous, and he held himself so well, man. Like you got to remember, this was his first fights, fighting these people, and he did a phenomenal job. And also, too, he's able to control his emotions. When he was at the bar, and the guy just pours beer and pushes him.
Hey, leave her alone, man.
Or what? Tough guy?
Or gonna have to ask you to leave.
I think I'll probably just leave when I'm good and ready. Oh, there he is.
It's not worth it, sweetie.
Hey, asshole, don't forget your tip. Steve Rack.
You could tell he wanted to freaking fold that guy in half or turn him into a pretzel. But the girl was like, it's not worth it. And he didn't say nothing, dude. He said nothing whatsoever. He just walked away and tore up his truck. But that's the thing. And that's why I said to the very beginning, all these different types of iterations of Superman for those three movies, they were all very grounded when it came to their emotions, when it came to when is the time to really act, how do I carry myself as a man, and all of them did it perfectly. All of them had a great emotion. All of them had, you know, all of them basically projected what Superman should be like, and yeah, like um so that's that sums all of it up. And now we come to Superman 2025. Now, I know a lot of people don't like James Gunn, and I get it. I don't like I'm a fan of his work. I love several of his movies. But just because a director does good in some parts, in some movies, doesn't mean that they can do everything, dude. And that's nothing bad. Well, let me get a coffee break. And that's nothing bad. Because I love James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy. I love his movie. I think he did Slither, Dawn of the Dead, Brightburn. I love Brightburn. Suicide Squad, the new one. Peacemaker, yeah, I lost that. But James Gunn is good. I like him. I don't agree with some things that he does, but yeah, and I don't agree with him taking over the DC. And this is what sucks, dude. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'll talk about that later. But okay, so David Cornsweet. You can ask my buddy. You can ask everybody. I was like already kind of heartbroken that Henry Cavill was getting replaced. But I told my friends, I was like, you know what, man? I'm gonna give these people a chance because I love James Gunn. I was like, okay, no, I think James Gunn can do a good job of it. Until I started seeing the trailers. And look, David Cornsweet, when I did see the movie, I like him as Superman. I do. And I just think the thing that's wrong about this movie, David Cornsweet would have been perfect, is the writing, dude. Who like the writing freaking sucks, dog. The writing freaking sucks. They completely, for me personally, they did not execute how a Superman should be. And that's just sad because David Cornsweet did a good job. You could tell he wanted it. You could tell he wanted to be this guy. But it's just the writing didn't help him at all. Like the whole scene where Lois is interviewing him and she tells like, oh yeah, they're talking crap about you, whatever, something like that. They're super shit.
Super shit? Come on, Lois. You know that one specifically irritates me.
This is on the record.
And he's like, what? Don't say that, Lois. You know I don't like hearing that. Like, no, man. Like if you saw like the other guys, they'll be like, wow, like that, that's, like that. Are they really saying that about me? And he will feel like very hurt and like trying to digest that, because like, Superman is a very sensitive guy and a very nice guy, and he wouldn't act out like that, like a little kid. He would respectfully take it, and he'll be hurt, like, oh, like, are they really saying that about me, Lois? Like, and he would just be like sad about it, dude. Like, that's it. You wouldn't be like, oh, don't say that or whatever. Also to like, okay, look, in Henry Cavill, Man of Steel, I just thought of a scene. I think there was a scene, I don't know if it was Batman vs Superman or Man of Steel, but when Lois tells Superman that he saved her.
Hey. I was gonna cook. Surprise you.
They held hearings about what happened. They're saying...
I don't care. I don't care what they're saying. The woman I love could have been blown up or shot. Think of what could have happened.
Well, think about what did happen.
I didn't kill those men, if that's what they think, if that's what they're saying.
Well, I'm saying I want to understand what happened. I'm saying thank you for saving my life. I'm saying there's a cost.
And I think that they were mad about that. And then he was like, what do you mean? Like, I love you, Lois, and I had to do this and this and that. He did it perfect. He could have yelled at her. He could have got annoyed. No, he said it very stern, very firm. I don't know if stern's a word, but very firm to her, like very direct. Like, he said it like a man. But yeah, that scene sucked. And let me talk about another scene here. This movie did not feel like a Superman movie. This movie literally felt like everybody else was more important than Superman himself. And no respect towards the guy. Superman, everybody knows, every hero in the universe knows Superman is the big dog. Even Batman, for crying out loud. And they have much respect for him because they know. But the fact that they're treating him like a lesser human, like, oh, like, shut up. Like when Superman was like, can't we have just like, saved him and like just put him somewhere else? And then Guy Gardner was like, oh, shut up, Superman, or whatever. Like,
I was hoping we could capture it and take it to an intergalactic zoo, or at least euthanize it less painfully.
Come on, bro. Don't be such a wuss.
like, are you kidding me, dude? And also Hawkgirl. Hawkgirl's attitude is annoying. And I don't got anything against the actress. Plus, I love Nathan Fillion. I love all these people. It's just, like I'm telling you, it's the writing. The writing sucks. But Hawkgirl, she was just like, she just sounded, she was just like a bee, dude. Like a yeah. And on top of that, the costumes and showing on screen that like she doesn't care about killing people, and she's like, oh, she just lets him go. Like, dude, no. Where's the respect? The costumes suck. I could take Superman's, fine. But the Hawkgirl's costume, it just looks like a cosplay. And Lex Luthor fighting Superman, with combos. Like, are you kidding me? Like, oh, yeah, uppercut. Yeah, dude, yeah, F2, F you, F me. No! What the hell? You're telling me combos are faster than Superman's movement? And you can make the argument, oh, he knows his parent. Yeah, but you don't tell me that Superman's faster than the speeding bullet? Faster than Lex Luthor can think of a combo? No, man. And it infuriates me. And look, I'm getting heated about it because I'm actually sad and it's disappointing when we had to reset a universe. We have another universe now. Now we have to wait for another reset, or we're probably going to go back to Zack Snyder if this whole Netflix thing works out. And if you guys haven't already, look at his post. He just made a post about Henry Cavill's Superman. But like, that's the thing, we're wasting time. And I'm not really mad about James Gunn, because James Gunn himself wasn't actually down for it. He wasn't down to take this on. But he was offered again, and he was like, okay, fine, I'll take it, damn it. And he took it. I'm more mad about Warner Bros. Than James Gunn. Warner Bros. Is just stupid, bro. They're dumb. And I'm not saying that the old DCU was perfect either, because it wasn't. I hated that we played catch up just to compete with Marvel. You know, it would have been better if they let Zack Snyder take his time. But no, we had to keep pushing. We had to keep pushing. And it's a damn shame, man, that people always, like, we need to make money just like that. It's not about the money, dude. It's about putting these characters and bringing them to life and making quality content. That's how you earn more money and more of people's respect. But, yeah, man. I know I was going to say it's a short video, but yeah, but... So in reality, I'm not mad technically at James Gunn. I'm more mad at Warner Bros. And I'm mad at the writing. David Corenswet, it's a damn shame that he didn't get a good iteration, in my opinion. You know, but it is what it is. We're getting Supergirl next year. I didn't even like Supergirl when she, at the end of the movie, she said the B word to Superman. Like, what the hell is that about, dog? And Crypto, don't even start about Crypto. Crypto's, I don't know, man. Overall, I liked David Corenswet, but he just didn't have good writing at all. That's it, and it's a shame, you know. But anyways, that was my thoughts. Let me know if you guys agree with me. You guys might disagree with me. That's okay. And shout out to the Cheez-Its in the background. But yeah, like I said, I did like some parts of this movie. I just didn't love it, and I wish it could have been done better, and it could have been done better. But we shall see, man, what happens next. I forgot to add, I wanted to also say that what I did like about the Superman movie, the new one, is the whole Silver Age theme. I remember telling my buddy when the movie was announced and was coming out, I told him that before, I was like, I wanted a movie that goes back to the Silver Age and stuff like this. And it did that. And I'll give them my thumbs up on that, because I enjoyed that part. So, and also too, one other thing I didn't like, and I forgot to mention in the video that was really important for the whole point, was that these other iterations felt like men. This one felt more like a child. And it's not David Corenswet's fault, it's the writing. He just came off as childish every time he would complain in the movie or whine. It came off like that. Like, oh, don't say that. Don't say the super shit. It irritates me. Or going into Lex Luthor demanding Crypto. Where's Crypto?
And we finally meet. Would you like a coffee?
Where's the dog?
Dog?
The dog, Luther! You took the dog!
That's right, you get all of this.
Where's the dog?
Or at the end, the whole human speech.
One foot in front of the other, and I try to make the best choices I can. I screw up all the time. But that is being human. And that's my greatest strength. And someday, I hope, for the sake of the world, you understand that it's yours too.
Like, I get where you're trying to come from. I get that you're trying to make him relatable. But that's not the point of Superman. Superman's supposed to be a man. He's supposed to try to blend into this human society. But at the end of the day, he's an alien. He never came off as whiny. I've never seen him as that type at all from everything I've seen. And that's just how I felt about this whole movie. And it felt too childish. It really did. Like, and that's sad, man. I feel bad for David Corenswet. But yeah, I did have some things I liked, but obviously it wasn't enough for me to love the movie. It's a lot of issues, but to each their own. But that's it. That's all I wanted to add. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video.